Hi, this is Z, and I'm back again. This video, I wanted to talk about how people that do black magic cloak themselves. And cloaking is to hide, cover, or disguise something or someone. And when I want to talk about my experiences with people cloaking themselves. My first experience with cloaking was with people in my family, or a particular person in my family, that would cloak, not so much in a black magic sort of way, but she would cloak herself in a way to where people couldn't figure out what was going on. So she did a method of, lies, deceit, and she probably did do black magic. I believe she put spells on people also to kind of cloak what was going on, and so that people would believe her and not me. So she would cloak the situation so that people would be confused and see her as the person that was innocent and see me as the person doing wrong. So she would work through a lot of like lies, being very deceitful, working behind the scenes, telling people stuff that wasn't true. And then she would influence them or put illusions over them at the same time. So she was kind of working with doing black magic and using her words in a sense to kind of create confusion. Excuse me. People didn't see the situation as being confused. They saw it as I was the person that was doing something wrong and she was, correct in what she was saying. But me not being under the illusion, not being deceived by, what was going on because it was actually happening to me. I could see clearly who she was. I was the only one that was not confused. Now, over time, those illusions would break over some of the people in the family if they really wanted to see things correctly. The illusion could break a little bit sooner. And I have an example of that with a sister of mine who was told that I put something in her drink and that it made her sick. And so she explained to me that there was a situation where she recalls me putting something in her drink. She said that her cup was sitting on the counter in my parents' kitchen, and it had a little bit of water in the bottom, and I was going in to get cookies that were sitting above her cup, and some of the cookie crumbs from my cookie fell in her cup, and that was the black magic. And me seeing clearly that there was something wrong with this situation because I wasn't under any illusion, I wasn't confused about my own actions. I asked her, what did you do after the cookie crumbs fell in your water? And she said, I poured it out. And then there was clarity. I said, well, you poured it out. How could something you poured out and you did not drink make you sick? And she was like, you know what? I never even thought about that. And her illusion, her confusion, the spell over her was broken. She began to see that I had not, put something in her cup and she had not drank it. And I even went on to tell her that you yourself said they were cookie crumbs and we were all eating the cookies. So how did the cookie crumbs turn into black magic? So just talking, having the opportunity to talk to her and her to think about the actions and what happened, it just kind of broke the spell over her. So another way people will cloak things is they may put spell work on something, um, like a gift or something that you cannot, you won't be able to know that there's something on that object. Um, this is like another example would be an envelope. When you open the envelope, there's some form of black magic that's released to you once you open up. So it's kind of cloaked in a way that it's hidden. You cannot see it. You can't feel it, or there's nothing there but that envelope that's sealed. So in a way, it's kind of cloaked inside of a package or inside of something or attached to something that you cannot determine. You can't see with your regular senses that there's something there. Another way they can cloak their spell work is that I have an example of someone cloaking something, but I still picked it up in a dream. I had a dream that I was looking at something like a TV screen in my dream. And I saw these spiritual practitioners doing some type of spell work. And it was covered in smoke. But it was only covered partially, so that I could determine that someone was in fact doing some spell work. I couldn't see them. I couldn't see the people's faces, but I could see that they were doing spell work. And this is something that some of them do for real. When they do spiritual work, they will actually have something in the room, like some incense or something that will kind of cloak, the work that they're doing, so that someone that may be a seer or something is trying to see, they can't pick up on what's going on, or they can't see specifics of what's going on. So that's another way they cloak. It'll be covered with like smoke or something, so that you cannot, if you're trying to see into something, like if you go get a reading and someone's trying to see into it, they may not see it, or they may have a difficult time seeing it, because it's covered. It's something blocking your vision, so to speak. Even though you're not looking with your physical eyes, it's blocked in that way, so you may not be able to pick up on it. Another way people can cloak themselves that do black magic is they can cloak their own energy. So a lot of people that do black magic will have, a different energy, a low vibrational energy. And they will cloak their energy in someone who has a more high vibrational energy, so that when you're around this person, they will think that your vibration is high, or that you have this good energy instead of the energy that you actually have. Hold on, because I want to close the window. Someone's got music. Okay. So back to what I was saying. A person may have a low vibrational energy, and they will cloak themselves in a high vibrational energy. So when you with them in person or whatever, they'll feel good to you. And you'll think, oh, this is a good person, when really they're not a very good person. They're very low vibrational. They mess with a lot of low vibrational energies, and they're there to do something, and you won't really pick up on their real intentions, because you feel that high vibration. Another example is the opposite. There's somebody you know that has a good vibration, but they can try to dump their own low vibration off onto that other person so that you won't want to be around that person because they're going to actually feel low vibrational to you when actually they don't have that low vibrational energy. So that's the way they also, another cloaking energy. I've seen I've seen myself where a person married somebody because they were cloaked in someone else's high vibrational energy when the person was actually low vibrational. So they had been cloaking themselves for years in another woman's, this is a woman cloaking herself for years in another woman's high vibrational energy. So the man wanted to be with her and marry her because she felt like she was this good person when really she wasn't. She did a lot of low vibrational stuff to him. She did a lot of black magic on him herself, but he couldn't pick up on it because when he was around her, he felt good. Now, at first, he didn't even like her. I think he was just with her because of, like, a physical relationship. He didn't want to be with her. He didn't want to marry her. But when she started cloaking herself, he started to um, feel like, oh, yeah, this is who I want to be with. This is who I want to marry. But she did a lot of other spell work on him also. So it wasn't just the cloaking alone, but that was part of what she did. So another example is when someone is doing spell work or they're coming and they're in your energy when you're asleep at night and you're dreaming, you're seeing them in your sleep. They may cloak themselves so you look at someone else. They look at someone else, excuse me, and you won't recognize them. So it may be one person or a group of people doing spell work and they're trying to influence you some way in your sleep. And it will look like, for example, a group of old ladies, because I've had this actually happen to me. They'll look like a group of old ladies sitting at a table, or, excuse me, this man that's trying to entice you in a dream. He'll look like another man and not how you know him to look in real life. And he'll be trying to siphon your energy. But if in real life you wouldn't allow this person to touch you because you haven't had a relationship. So in your sleeping state, you would do the same thing. You would be like, no, I don't want to do this. But they cloak themselves in the dream state so that you won't see that it's them. But sometimes if their energy, like I said, their own energy is strong, or you can pick up on their energy, you can feel like, this is not who they're pretending to be. I can still feel that this is such and such. I know this person. I know their energy. This person in my dream is looking like, this elderly lady or looking like this other man, but I know this person in real life. I know their energy. It feels like such and such, because I've had that actually happen to me many times. I can pick up on who these people really are because I can feel their energy. So, and another thing is that even when those people are coming in a dream, even if there's people that you don't know in real life, you can actually pick up on who they're connected to. So even if they try to cloak themselves, if you've been practicing when you're asleep, if you have people in your energy like I have for many years, you may be able to pick up, oh, I know who this person, I know who they are. like they're associated with. So like if I had this ex, and if his girlfriend is coming in my energy and I don't know his girlfriend, but I can feel that that's his girlfriend, because it's almost like I can feel his energy through her, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to talk about some of the ways people cloak themselves with black magic. So for those of you that you have gifts, or you're trying to work with your gifts, and you may experience a lot of black magic or energy siphoning and things of that nature, that you can kind of practice using your sight, your third eye. You can kind of practice getting a feel and trying to see through cloaking mechanisms, because you can do that in real life when you're in the flesh talking to people that you know on a daily basis, and you can do that when you're asleep also, when people are in your dream state. And sometimes it's not even just their energy of the like feeling them. You can pick up by the type of things they say in the dream state. So if you know somebody to be a certain way in real life, this is something they may say in real life. You can also use that to help you kind of feel who it is besides how their energy feels. So I wanted to talk about those ways that people cloak themselves. And with that, I wouldn't say go accuse anybody of anything, but I would, with the information that I would pick up, I would kind of also pray for confirmation if I'm not too sure. Pray for, in another way for me to get confirmation of what I, believe that I'm feeling. And that should come to you as well. So I wanted to make this quick video of examples of how people cloak themselves. If you have another way, please feel free to put that in the comments of like another way or something that you may have experienced, so that we all can like learn, how to navigate through this stuff, or to teach other people, or, whatever the case may be. So I hope this helps someone, and that it was, something you could learn from, or something to kind of confirm something that you were feeling about a certain person or a situation. And I will be back again with another video soon. Bye.